Can you guys hear me? I'm having some issues here, technical issues, so just bear with it. Okay. I wasn't expecting to do a YouTube lesson tonight. I was expecting to do a lesson on my site. And we've had some couple requests to do some Charlie Parker and John Coltrane and Dizzy Gillespie. And Paul, are you here? And I'm waiting on the sheet music. I just got the Charlie Parker sheet music today. Can you see that? Okay. How does that happen? That's where the book is. There you go. The Charlie Parker book. I'm waiting on John Coltrane. So just to make a couple things clear, the agenda from now on is like we're going to do a lot of work both from the stick control book and the syncopation book and Gary Chaffee's pattern series. Now, I had a request to do Billy's Bounce with one of the students, and that's a good tune, and I really like that tune, but it's an easy tune for somebody who's been playing 100 years. Well, you know what I mean. So I'm going to slow it down, and we're going to start with John Coltrane and Charlie Parker. One of the standard things everybody plays when they do a Charlie Parker tune is impressions. Bluebird, the Blue Train rather. Okay, and we're going to work with tunes like that and build to Billy's Bounce. And there's one tune that is very complicated with John Coltrane, and that's A Moment's Notice. So what we're going to do is a whole series of taking exercises from the syncopation book and humming it, counting it, then humming over and over again, and expanding on 2 measure phrases, 3 measure phrases, 4 measure phrases. So you get to play time and hum the phrase. That's what you're going to do when you play a tune, is hum the tune. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Testing, test. But there's a few people watching, and it would be nice to get into the chat and say hello and who you are. Now, if you guys, any of you guys are on Facebook, I'm coming up with something new. I have quite a few Art of Drumming groups. In the Art of Drumming groups, what I'm going to do is request this. It's not absolutely necessary. We have discussions all day about how do I get my left hand better, how do I develop some funk, how do I do jazz independence, how do I maneuver around a drum set, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lesson every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And whatever the question is on Facebook with the groups, the Art of Drumming groups, like the Stick Control book, the Gary Chaffee book, the Syncopation room, the Stick Control book room, the Art of Drumming, or the drum tuning and maintenance, so on and so forth, we're going to address that, and we're going to do it live. We'll discuss it first on Facebook, and then 7:30 it's going to be live. Come visit the site, and we'll address it, whichever it might be. How does that sound, gentlemen? Now, this is not required, but a donation of some sort would be really, really nice. You know, so I don't have to do an abundance of teaching students. I could concentrate on this and stay on the Art of Drumming groups and answer questions. How does that sound to you guys? And besides, my drums here, I just cleaned them, reset my drums up, and they need definitely some tuning. So I was running out of time, and I kind of sort of tuned them. Okay. Now I have this angle, And I have an overhead, which we'll do in a second here. Let's see what we can do with the overhead. Let's see. All right, where are you, mouse? What happened to the mouse? Lingadabonga. Hold on. We'll do the overhead for a minute. And no matter what I did with this, I tried to get the other tom-tom on the camera, but it doesn't seem possible right now. So I have to adjust a lot of different things. So bear with me. What is going on here? That's one of the other views. Okay, there you go. There's the overhead. And as you can see, you see my hands a lot better. And I also hooked up the double pedals. I got to stretch them out a little bit. That was it was a big job. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drums I had to take totally apart and clean them and put them back together again. Now I'm at this point where they need tuning, and they will be tuned. And I have to stretch this out a little bit. I'm kind of cramped here, but we're going to start doing double bass drums. Some exercises with that. You know, simple exercises. I can't get them going on, but that's all right. We're going to be working with double beaters. Exercises from the stick control book, harmonic coordination, cross harmonic coordination, and we're going to start working a little bit out of the new breed. So this is more or less not a trailer, so to speak, but it's a lesson to make you understand what's coming up. Again, that's the second view I have. Now we're going to do one of a side view. Let's see what we can do with that one. All right, so now we have the side view. I'm making the adjustments, so bear with it. It will be better tomorrow. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work. Come on, make the change. It takes there you go, it's blank, and we're making the change. There you go. How do you guys like that view? Better? Okay, so I'm trying hard. It's a lot of work. I'm here all by myself, setting these back up, trying to tune them up, different camera angles, and I spent a lot of time doing this. So I hope you like the different views. I'm going to tweak them, I'm going to tune my drums, and we're going to be back in business tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I'll be here on YouTube, and we're going to work from the Gary Chaffee book, either some funk or some jazz patterns. As soon as I get the John Coltrane tune book, we will have it all written out, You want to get on my emailing list? It's Matt Patella 1001 at gmail.com. Email me and I'll put you on the mailing list. You will get the schedule for the week, the things that we will be working on, and the books that you will need. Again, the books, the stick control book, the syncopation book, Gary Chaffee's pattern series, Joe Morello's master studies. I didn't mention that one before. Get those books. We're going to be doing a lot of work out of them. Plus, you're going to get your own personal, no, they're not your own, it's a group kind of PDF for the lesson. All right? Any questions on anything, gentlemen? Again, all the groups, the Art of Drumming groups on Facebook, and I have quite a few, I have like 85,000 members in the Art of Drumming. Drum tuning and maintenance has 70,000. The stick control book, the stick control formula room, the Joe Morello master studies, the new breed, and Gary Chaffee, and the rudimental applied rudiments. So, like I said, we're gonna get questions during the day. We're gonna discuss the questions and what can make you better, or what is ailing you, or what's the problem, and I will give it my 1,000% to help you or to guide you, if I can. Okay? Now, like I said, it would be greatly appreciated if there was some sort of donation sent to my email, my PayPal account. $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, whatever you prefer, whatever you think it's worth. Once in a while, I would sincerely appreciate that, so I can continue to do free lessons online and work all the groups and address all the questions. Does that sound okay, gentlemen? Hello, and then we'll get into a lesson. How to solo, song structure, so on and so forth. Again, my email, Matt Patella, 1001 at gmail.com. Let me put it in the box. There we go. Want the PDFs? Want to send me a donation? That's fine too, so I can continue doing this. I might even do it twice a day if the donations are there. Any questions about the books you need? Syncopation book, Gary Chaffee's pattern series, most definitely the stick control book, and Joe Morello's master studies. And all other PDFs will be issued to you. Okay, gentlemen, I'm going to have to go because I'm having some computer issues right at the moment I need to take care of. I'm sure that you would understand. I did change 3 different views now. This is the side view. I have a front view and an overhead view. Okay? Anybody here that can say hello in the chat? Does anybody know how to get into the chat? You go down to the bottom, and your name is there and it says say something, type something in there. Say hello. What group are you from? Where are you from? How long you been playing? What books you studied from? It helps me help you. Or perhaps you could help me. More than likely you can. I'm always open for new things, new discoveries. Now there's 5 people watching. Like I said, I have to tune these drums. I took them all apart. I cleaned them all up, rearranged my studio, and I'm just about done. Okay, Ed, I was supposedly going to do a lesson on my site. For some reason or other, I don't know what the heck happened. I'm here. So hello, how are you? Have you been listening or no? You just got here, you said? I've been telling everybody that I'm going to be doing, I might even do 2 lessons a day for 4 days if this works out. I do have new views on the camera. That's number 1. Number 2, I took all my drums apart, cleaned them, put new heads on them. Now I have to tune them. Okay? Different camera angles. I have the angle that you're viewing now, the one that you've been viewing, the front view, and the overhead view. Now, the books that we're going to be working with again is the stick control book, the syncopation book, a tremendous amount of work from the syncopation book and the stick control book, Gary Chaffee's pattern series, Joe Morello's master studies. Now, you had requested Billy's Bounce. I love the tune. It's a very difficult tune to teach. There's a lot of notes in it. So there's going to be a tremendous amount of prerequisites to understand my approach. I just got the sheet music to quite a few of his tunes. Hold on. It came about 5 o'clock, Charlie Parker. So I definitely didn't have a chance to view the book or do any transcriptions for you. I was going to try to transcribe the tune by listening to it. It goes by too fast. Anyway, what I want to do is tone it down. We will get to Billy's Bounce. I'm expecting another book like this tomorrow, perhaps. John Coltrane, Impressions, Blue Train, A Moment's Notice, and Dizzy Gillespie, Night in Tunisia. I'm going to break them all down. I'm going to take you from the syncopation book to the sheet music to the tune. How's that sound, Mr. Ed? Now, Jimmy Reed. What's this? I have his linear book. Okay. Who's that? That's Gary Chaffee, Jimmy? Jimmy, where are you from? Are you in any of my Facebook groups, Jimmy? All right. Did you hear what I just said about John Coltrane and Charlie Parker and Dizzy Gillespie? And like I said, we will be mixing it up. I will be mixing it up. You have to get the stick control book, the syncopation book, and if you want to get on my mailing list, my email is right there. Email me, I'll put you on a list, and whenever I write out the PDFs, you will get one, plus the agenda for the week. Now, I'd like to do 2 lessons a day, but I have to teach. And there's some students I just want to put aside for a while. And however, I do have commitments financially. And I said, anybody that's in the Facebook groups, they've asked questions. I try to help them, try to talk to them, and the other drummers do. So what I recommend to do, and I'm going to do it as a matter of fact, address the question on Facebook in the group, and at night do the same thing, but it's better to see it live as opposed to me telling you what to do, like how to get your left hand faster, how to develop jazz independence, what structure of a tune, what's linear, so on and so forth. How do you think about that, Jimmy? What do you think about like a little donation once in a while from the guys? $1, $2, maybe $5. Maybe if you're rich, $1 million. I don't know. What do you think about that, Jimmy? You think that's a good idea? I'm just putting it around. It's not necessary, but it would be nice. Give me your feelings about that. You too, Ed. I will be back tomorrow night. Hopefully, I have my drums tuned, unless something else comes up. Gary Chafee, The Stick Control Book by George Lawrence Stone, The Syncopation Book by Mr. Ted Reed. The water tastes good. All right, well, if you're in the Facebook group, I think that you could help me get on that journey. That would be nice. Here is the Syncopation book, all of Chafee's books. Get the time functions book instead of his linear concepts. We work with the linear, but I have a different approach. And Joe Morello's master studies will be doing. I can't stay too much longer, man. I just need to get some dinner and I need to get some sleep. I've had some issues today with rearranging everything. It's a lot of work. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 computers working right now, plus the sound system and the cameras and the mics. So I'm really exhausted, and I'm sure that you gentlemen would understand. I will be back. Jimmy, let me tell you, whatever you want to send, you could send $1, you could send $2, $5, whatever you like. Nothing is anything that you want to send is okay. I'm not requiring that. You know, it's just a donation once in a while. It's not a problem. All you have to do is send it to my PayPal account, which is my email. Okay, that would be very nice, but it's not necessary, and that's nice of you. I'm not asking for that, like $1, $5, $10, once in a while. Do what you feel is right. I'm going to try to do this right now. I'm going to do it just 4 nights a week, until the donations come in. Then I'm going to do it 2 times a day, 4 days a week on YouTube. And if it can't get it on YouTube, we'll go to my site. I am trying to practice, trying to make videos, getting instructional videos for sale. All that good stuff. Anyway, I need to lock it up until tomorrow night. 7:30, we will be on this channel, the YouTube channel. Now, if you're on the Art of Drumming group in Facebook, Jimmy, I'll talk to you there. You could help me out somewhat and, explain to them what you feel about it. That would help me out for sure. I know that, Ed, you're not in any of the Facebook groups. You're not on Facebook. Is that correct? Ed, you should get on Facebook and get in the group. You'll love it. The Art of Drumming group. That's all they do all day long. Talk about different drummers, different concepts, what sticks you use, what heads. I'm also having a show coming up in about a month or 2. Something in that area. I've had him here 2 times before. His name is Tim Herman. Well, get on Facebook, Ed. Get with the programs here. Have a good time. Anyway, I had a request about drum tuning and maintenance. And I've had the gentleman here before. His name is Tim Herman. And he's a really good drummer. And he worked at the drum shop in New York City. I think it was with Joe Casadas. I forgot the name of the drum shop. Jesus. And everybody went to him. He tuned everybody's drums. He explained, he fixed everybody's drums. He made snare drums for them. And he's going to come here, and what we're going to do is we're going to have about 3 or 4 or 5 different tom-toms and snares. And we're going to have questions as like, well, what kind of music you play, what kind of sound would you like, and how to get that sound from the equipment that you have and the heads that you should use. And that's going to come up, and that's going to be here on YouTube. Okay. Anyway, I need to sign out. I will see everybody tomorrow evening, perhaps, at 7:30. And like I said, if the donations come in, I will do 8 lessons a week. Monday, 2 lessons. Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 2 lessons. PBFs, practice, answer questions, help people out. I mean, 85,000 drummers in one group is ridiculous. I mean, you got some trolls that, from Nigeria, they show me a picture of their girlfriend, has nothing to do with drumming, and I don't approve anything like that. When they get with the program, they want to do something with drumming. All the other drummers, there's no cursing, there's no bashing, no bashing anybody, no political nor religious conversations, only drums. Okay, with all that being said, I'm going to sign off, gentlemen. I need to get something to eat and a really good night's sleep. Okay? Have a good night.